Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. Let's talk about new makeup releases. Things that are out there that either have grabbed my attention like, wait, what is that? Or along the lines of, who asked for this? Okay, so this is the time that I like to go through, and I'm not going to talk about everything because there is so much, but just the stuff that really grabbed my attention for the good or for the bad. Now, I'm going to talk about these in the perspective of somebody who's nearly 50, who's looking for things that are comfortable, that are going to make my skin and my lips look great, that are going to make my overall makeup application just a little bit easier, or things that just have me going like, wait, what? So that's what I'm looking for in the products today. I'm going to start first. This is something that I saw a couple weeks back and I was like, ooh, and it's still, unless I'm wrong, only available on the Elf website. Elf has their new Halo Glow Powder Filter. It is a pressed setting powder, and I love the Halo Glow, like the loose powder. That stuff is fantastic. But this is supposed to reduce shine, soft focus that will be lightweight, blur the look of pores, be able to use it on its own to set or refresh makeup. Also supposed to be crease resistant, available in 12 flexible shades, and has a velour puff included with it. So this looks interesting for $14, but I'm probably not going to pick it up until I'm able to find it at a local drugstore or at my Ulta, because I don't want to make a purchase from the Elf website just for this one thing. Okay, so here's one that I was like, interesting. So last year, 2024, it's hard to say that because today is the first day of the year, Glossier came back with their original Balm.com formula. I love that formula. I have it like throughout the house, everywhere in multiple different flavors. Love. And it was back in 2022 that they discontinued cherry. Now, cherry was never my favorite. I liked the scent of it, but I didn't like how bright red it was. I tend to prefer the strawberry shade that they have now, but it looks like cherry is coming back, and not just in the Balm.com, but also in another formula. I'm wondering if it's coming in like a cloud paint or something. So they've been teasing that, and it comes out on the 3rd. So very interested, very intrigued to see what that is, but we'll find out this Friday. But that's not a purchase for me because although I love the formula, I might get one eventually, but cherry was never my favorite. But I know so many people were just like, how dare you discontinue cherry? It was very much beloved. Okay, I feel like the drugstore is really serving right now. There is something new from CoverGirl. It's their Outlast Forever Velvet Pigment Matte Lipstick. Now, if you know me at all, you know I am normally not a matte lipstick kind of person, especially like a liquid lipstick. But this is supposed to be a 16-hour, comfortable, smooth, one swipe, ultra thin lipstick that feels like nothing on. Like, that's a lot of claims. And the minute we're making claims like that, I'm like, well, I will be the judge of that. And it's supposed to not crack or crumble. And that's one of the things I've never liked about it. For many of those, you know, mid-20-teen sorts of liquid lipsticks, they cracked, they crumbled, they made my lips feel dry. They weren't comfortable on the lips. Yes, the color was long lasting, but at what cost? And for me, I want my lips to look hydrated and beautiful. And so the minute this says it is comfortably smooth, weightless, feels like nothing on, I'm like, okay, interesting. It's also supposed to be transfer proof, smudge proof, kiss proof, you know, the whole liquid lipstick thing that we're expecting. I'm kind of thinking, you know, like, yes, I'll be the judge of that. And then the other part of me is like, you know, you don't like stuff like this. But I think it's interesting. I definitely see a resurgence in the liquid lipsticks. Stila recently relaunched their Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. I remember when those were kind of like the OG liquid lipsticks that we all were just chomping at the bit to have. I really feel like liquid lipsticks are making a comeback. But I don't know that, even now that I'm even older, it may not be a good idea. Part of me is like, just try it out. The other part of me is like, you know what you don't like. Don't get it. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. Oh, this one was kind of interesting. This is Essence. I told you, drugstore is really coming. They have their Flawless Skin Trio Loose Setting Powder. It has 3 colors for color correcting and for setting. What's interesting is that the mechanism will allow you to tip each one out individually if you only want one color. And it looks like there's a pink, a lavender, and what looks like a peach shade. And at the Essence price, man, that's really, really affordable. It's going to be like $5.99. So I'm really curious. This really reminds me, like they took inspiration from everybody's extreme love over the last couple of years of the Givenchy Prismalie powder, the one in Voile Rosé. These shades look very similar to the Voile Rosé shades. And I know that Givenchy kind of shot themselves in the foot when they reformulated and it was not good. Here's hoping we get a reboot of the Voile Rosé that we all know and love. And I know they're wanting to make it talc free, but I just really want a beautiful powder. But I definitely feel like this Essence Trio powder is definitely taking inspiration from that very popular one. Here's something that I never thought I would be interested in. The minute I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Okay, so, and it's not just this brand that's doing it, but Sephora Collection has their Size Up mascara in a kind of chocolatey brown and in a cobalt blue. And every time I see blue mascara, I instantly think of my childhood, of those cool girls in the 80s who had the blue mascara. And my heart wants what my heart wants. Am I going to wear it all the time? I don't know, probably not. Is it going to make me happy? Probably. So I'm not saying that I'm going to pick up this one from Sephora. It would be a really affordable way to do blue mascara. But for me, it's that hit of nostalgia and fun for spring. I know we're still in the dead of winter, but once the calendar flips around to the beginning of the new year, I feel like we're starting to see those spring releases, and the idea of, like vibrant, bright eyelashes just sounds like fun to me. I know I'm 50, but who cares? Let's have some fun. So you might see some blue mascara here sooner than later. Again, more drugstore. Maybelline has something that's kind of interesting. Is their Lifter Stick Multi-Use Face Stick. It's going to be $13. They'll have 18 shades, and it looks like it's one of those things you could use as contour, as highlight, as concealer, and it's going to do all of those things and cover effortlessly in one creamy swipe. And the minute I'm like, one creamy swipe, like, really? I don't know. I've really been reaching for more stick foundations recently. I love the one from Merit. I love the one from Bosma. I'm really interested. I picked up one recently from the drugstore from Milani, but it's less of a foundation, more of a skin tint in a stick form. But I'm really, really intrigued by this lifter stick, and I would probably use it as just like foundation. But I think it's meant more for contours and highlights and things like that, more along the lines of the Fenty sticks. But still, that kind of has me interested. They also have color correcting concealers in their Instant Age Rewind formula. I feel like the colors that they have are a little too on the nose and not nuanced enough for someone with my skin tone. But yeah, no, it looks like there's some interesting new stuff. Okay, here's something I'm actually wearing today, and I don't know because it's the first day I'm wearing it. I don't know what my thoughts are. This is the Buttermilk Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint from NYX. The one thing I noticed about this right away, it smells like SPF, and it is an SPF 30. The other thing that I noticed about it, this is the lightest shade. It's a good shade match for me, but it seems to be just a little too peachy pink. So this shade may not work for everybody. And I wish they had like a more neutral, as opposed to choosing that peachy pink lean, but that's okay. But it's really, really hydrating on the skin. My skin feels not quite tacky, but like it's leaning that direction. This has really light coverage, and that's what I like about it. But I do feel like I can kind of see it sitting on the surface of my skin. I don't know if it's gonna like settle into my creases and my crinkles yet. I haven't worn it that long, but I'll be really interested. But this is one of those things I told you, drugstore is coming out with some stuff that's really interesting. This is certainly one of them. I used to get these all the time. I think I'm gonna skip it this time. This is the new Sephora Favorites Perfect Pout Lip Kit. There are 5 items in here. Two of them, actually three of them, are full size, and there are two sample sizes, and it's $42. So you get a full size rare lip liner. You get a Tower 28 tinted lip balm in Ube Vanilla. That's going to be one of their sample sizes. You get a full size of the Charlotte Tilbury satin lipstick in Pillow Talk Fair. You get a trial size of the YSL Love Shine lip oil stick in 201, which is one of my favorites. It's in Rosewood. And then you get a full size of the Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serum. I feel like if I didn't already have 1, 2, 3 of these items, I might be tempted, because to get 3 of them at that full size price for $42, it's a great way to try stuff or to kind of like bulk your collection out. And I feel like these shades are all shades that are going to work well for most of them, for a wide range of people. I think the only one that might be like, is the Pillow Talk Fair. I feel like the rare liner and everything else is sheer enough that it would work on a wide range of skin tones, as well as people with depending on the pigment you have in your lips naturally. I have less pigment in my lips, but some people, one of my kids has more, and when they wear the 201 Rosewood, they look fantastic. And it looks different on them than it does on me. So I feel like most of these products would work well. It's one that I would recommend if you're interested in something like this, but I already have 3 out of the 5 products. I don't need it, but it definitely was something that kind of caught my attention. Now, here is something I am certainly looking forward to. This is the new Dior Forever Nude Bronze. All right, so just the embossing on the pan, the packaging, oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. I really, really like that, and I'm excited to try this. I haven't tried a Dior bronzer before, but this is going to have hyaluronic acid in it. It also is going to have a vitamin C derivative for a summer tan that lasts. I don't know what that means. I don't know how vitamin C is going to give you a tan that lasts. I think it's just like skincare ingredients with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, and then punctuation, for a tan that lasts, because you're putting on a bronzer. I think that maybe marketing for this didn't use punctuation appropriately, but it looks interesting. They have both natural glow or matte finishes. They're buildable, and that's exactly what I want to hear, because there have been times that I'll take a brush, like something like this, tap it in there, and then all of a sudden I have a huge stamp of color. And for someone like me with fair skin, it is just too much. It's too much. So the minute you tell me that it's buildable, that's exactly what I want to hear. I don't know when it's coming or if it's already available, but that is certainly something I'm going to be keeping my eye out, as are these new YSL blushes. I saw that they were available in Asia, and I'm just like, when are they coming here, please? They're so pretty. These are the Make Me Blush Powder YSL blushes. Looks like they have 7 shades, and they're a mixture of matte, satin, and shimmery shades. These just look so pretty, but like, stop teasing it and start selling it. That's where I am with that. Okay, back to the drugstore. This looked really interesting to me. This is the new from Elfit's, the Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. Now, my question when they say microfine, are they meaning as fine as the 2-in-1 definer from Maybelline? Or are they thinking of it as the same size as the Glossier Brow Flick or the Anastasia Brow Pen, or any of the other pens that are already out there? Because if it's the same size as the one from Milani or the one from NYX, not interested. I already have those and they're not for me. What I love is the Maybelline 2-in-1 Build-A-Brow. That one has the finest, little teeny tiniest hair-like strokes that are just chef's kiss. So good. So good. So if this is like that little teeny tiny pen, I would certainly be interested, and it's only going to be $7. All right, here is one that the minute I saw it, I was like, I have to know, and I already have it. This is new from Benefit. This is their Mighty Fine Brow Pen. I know that in years past, we used to see these 3-pronged sort of things, but they were so much chubbier. They were so like you were drawing on with a fine tipped Sharpie. This right here, the sort of strokes we're getting out of this reminds me of the sort of brow strokes that I get, but quicker because there are 3 of them, from the Maybelline 2-in-1 Build a Brow. This is really interesting to me. This is the only color I have in my brows today. I feel like they're a little on the heavy side, but today was the first day I tried it. But the one thing that I like about this is I feel like it really built the look of my hairs. I was able to spoolie certain parts of it when I went a little overboard. And then I set it with a clear brow gel, and I feel like I'm going to have really nice set brows all day long. This is really interesting. It really reminds me of that Maybelline product that I like, but man, this was really, really fast to get my brows done today. So the will I buy it? Yeah, apparently. I had to know. This was one of those where I was like, yes, please, let's find out. Looks like YSL has a new loose powder. It's their All Hours Hyper Loose Powder, and it should be new this springtime. Looks like some colors are already available in Asia, but it's not quite out here. They're going to have a shade 1, which is going to be a white translucent, shade number 4, which is a lavender, and then number 5, which would be a pastel blue. But these look really interesting. If you're into color correction with loose powders, this might be something you're intrigued in trying. I would definitely be curious about the lavender powder. I think it walks the line between being a little on the pinky side, a little on the lavendery side, where it might work well for kind of both things. It looks a little pinker in the pictures, but it all comes down to what does it look like in person? I don't know. But I like the idea of this being blurring, of this kind of hiding pores, of this being able to set the makeup and look very, very lightweight. I would definitely be interested in trying that. Okay, something else that I've already ordered but has not arrived yet is the new highlight from Clinique. Like I mentioned earlier with the blue mascara, I am definitely feeling nostalgic. For sure. And Clinique was the first makeup I ever wore. So when I saw this, these look so beautiful. They are a dimensional highlight that glides on weightlessly. Looks like they have light reflecting pigments and pearls that will play up your natural radiance. They're $44. And it was the shade, the lightest shade that just made me go like, oh, and it's the Moonlit Pearl. And the image of the model wearing that shade, I was like, I want my skin to look just like that. So we'll see. Of course, she's, 30 years younger than me and has perfect skin, but it just was so alluring, the look of it. Maybe they're selling me a fantasy, but I'm here to try it out. And if I don't like it, I can always return it, but it looks really, really beautiful. And for me to find something that really catches my attention from Clinique, that's kind of rare. Here's one that's really interesting, and I don't know what I think about it. It looks a little gimmicky, but I never tried the foundation, so I don't know. It's new from Urban Decay. It's their Glow Face Bond Luminizer Waterproof Glow Drops for face and body. All right, so it's a highlight, but it comes in the same packaging as their foundation that was like this. This is multi-use. You can use it on your face, your eyes, you can use it on your body. They think that's interesting. They're sweat, smudge, and transfer resistant, and it's $34. Now, I don't know whether you're getting more in this container than you were in the foundation. This is something I would like to see for myself in Ulta before I committed one way or the other. I would like to see what it looks like. I would like to feel the consistency of it. Is it a little on the oily side since you can use it on the body? Is it going to break through any foundation that I already have down? Because the minute a highlighter starts to do that, I am no longer interested. And since it's kind of multi-use for face and body, I'm really concerned about what the consistency is going to be like. So this is a we'll wait and see and play with it if I ever find it in store at Ulta. But I don't know. But I was interested in kind of like, let's see. There's so much more out there, but these are the ones that really kind of caught my attention and had me really, really interested. I would love to know what is catching your attention right now. Are any of these new makeup releases the sort of things that you're interested in? Or is there something that I didn't mention that you're like, you know what? You didn't talk about any fragrance, but I've got my eye on this. Let me know what it is in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching today. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.